Hello and you're welcome to Dennis and Ann Large's farm, Urlingford, County Tipperary. You're on a beef farm that has suckler cows and produce all the progeny to beef, and it's sold as beef. I'm to produce quality beef, traceable, and from that's going to give the taste that I want and the factory and the restaurant want. I have to stay producing grass on the farm to give that product, because my half, the producing the beef, is on the farm. The next half is when it goes to the factory, and the next piece is when it goes to the restaurant, and they all have to be linked. Each job has to be done correctly. One not done right, it affects the complete product. Now, no point in I standing here talking this, that and the other. You came here to see what's on the farm. So now we'll go look at a bunch of cattle and show you what we are doing here on the farm. We'd be trying to grow a certain amount of clover in the swards, or as I should say, encourage it to grow. It's not an easy crop to keep growing in grassland. If you need a high fertility, in other words a high P and K, and try and lessen the amount of nitrogen you can use for growing grass in the year. Like clover will produce its own nitrogen, which will transfer into the grass and will give me a nicer quality product for the cattle to eat. Like if you let cattle into a field that there's heaps of clover in, clover is the first thing will disappear. Quality grass on this farm shortens the life cycle of a beef production on this farm. It'll give me weight gain. If I can have quality grass, it gives me way better weight gain per day, and the animal is gone sooner, and less hard feed, less high cost feed for the animal later on. By doing this contributes to a low carbon footprint for my beef, which I'm producing on this farm. Okay, now we've arrived at some of the spring herd of cows and calves. They're on an out farm that's leased here. As you can see, they're same type system of grazing, block grazing, in order to keep quality grass in front of them. There's after grass they're on here at the moment that was cut for silage a month ago. What you see there is a cross section of the spring herd. When we talk about cows and calves here in Ireland, I'd be involved in the BEEP scheme and in GLAS. The GLAS scheme is an environmental scheme that we take part in, and we have to do certain measures. And just as a matter of interest, the farm you're on here at the moment happens to have 25 acres of an SAC, which is an environmentally sensitive area, which has to be farmed in a certain way. The BEEP scheme is probably one of the best schemes that we came up with in a long time, because you weigh a calf and you weigh a cow and you see what the weight of the calf is to the cow at an age, and it really tells you how good a calf is or how good a mother is. As you can see from behind me, they are mostly Charolais, not Angus, and stabiliser calves. That's what the bulls for that particular year were used. Our aim is to get maximum performance out of these for the rest of the summer. So there's only one way I'm going to do that, is high quality grass. And our idea is to try and get somewhere in the region of 350 kilos for the steers at weaning time. They'll be weaned in a certain amount at each time. They'll be weaned in probably 3 stages, break the bunch, and they'll be weaned in 3 different stages just to take the stress out of weaning. Delighted to have you on the farm today, give you some insight into what goes on. Hopefully in a year's time we'll be able to see you in person and you'll see us in real life. Thanks very much and hope for the best.